Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel Software Testing. My name is Daniel Knott and I'm happy that you're here today. In today's video I would like to talk about the following topic, and the topic is how to improve your mobile testing skills. Why is this important? Well, for those who are working in the mobile industry and the mobile testing field, the mobile world is changing on a daily basis. New tools coming around the corner on an occasional basis. New techniques arise on the horizon. New platform tools will be provided, and so forth and so forth. And that's why it's important to keep up also with the pace of mobile development and mobile testing techniques. And today actually I brought you some really simple and easy steps to do in order to improve your mobile testing skills. So let's take a look. So there's one simple step to learn. What is this all about? The first thing that you should do right now is to turn off the automatic app update on your device. Why is this important? Because whenever you do this, you of course have to check the app updates from time to time. So let's say on a daily basis, on a bi-weekly basis, on a weekly basis, or even on a monthly basis, you go back to the app stores and check for updates on the app sites. Then you can browse through the release notes. I know that not many apps out there are really providing really nice release notes on the app releases. Some of them just put in their bug fixes or minor improvements or so forth and so forth. However, there are also companies that are taking this really serious and provide really detailed information on what they have done on the new app release. And this is really important information for us, and from that information we can learn. So what can you do? Of course, you can try to reproduce the issue that is mentioned in the new app version. So you can browse through the release changes and see if there's like a really descriptive way of a problem, of a bug. And then the one thing that you should do is you should try to reproduce it, as I already mentioned. And then you should also think about the bug. Would you have found it? What would you have done in order to prevent the issue to arise? This is actually a pretty nice thing to reflect on your testing techniques and maybe to write down some new testing ideas that you want to do in the next app release cycle on your own. Here are some examples on release notes. Bear with me, the screenshot is partially in German, partially in English. However, it's really detailed information that's helpful for you as a software tester or mobile tester to use. So in this case, it's about crashes on special devices. Of course, special devices is a broad area, especially if you look at it's an Android release note. We have like lots of thousand Android devices on the market. However, it gives us some more information. Fix force close when selecting categories on certain devices. So in this app you can somehow select categories, and that's also something that you should do. Take some devices and change the categories and see what's going to happen there. That's important information for us, right? And then think about what you have done in order to prevent this issue to be on the production system. Third-party apps, such as keyboards. The first time that I've read this, I never thought about third-party keyboard apps or third-party apps in total. So here there was a problem with the prediction compatibility problem with the SwiftKey keyboard. There are also other keyboards that you can install on your Android or on your iOS system, and that may have an impact on your app under test. So for example, if you're using a different keyboard on your system, it might have a different height on the UI. It may block UI elements, or it even leads to crashes, also, and so forth and so forth. And this is not only tied to keyboard apps, but maybe also to calendar apps or any other third-party app that you can install on your mobile device. Video apps, for example, or camera apps. So whenever your app is using a camera, maybe also install a third-party app and see how your app is reacting to it. There's another one, widgets. Yeah, if your device or if your app supports widgets, you should also test for widgets. And here it says widgets freeze hotfix. It's also really generic, but nevertheless you can try out and see what's going to happen with the widget on that particular app, and it's helpful information. Performance. Yeah, there's also an improved loading process in this app update. So what you can do is you can try out and see how you can what's going to happen with the performance issue. Is the app really slow? Is it responding really slow? Or is the UI freezing up and things like that? And then again, think about possible test cases or test scenarios that you would have performed in order to prevent the bug to be on the production system. login and payment. This is a rather critical one, right? I mean, if you have an app that has a payment mechanism inside or requires a login to use your service, this is critical for your business, and this actually should never happen. Nevertheless, in this app it happened basically because there was some random sign-in bug affecting a couple of users, and there were some issues with the payment. So this is really something that you always have to test, right? If you have a login in your app and if you have a payment system, make sure this is on the top list on your testing activities before you submit an app to the app stores. So what else can you do? These were some really simple steps that you can perform on a daily basis or whenever you have time in between. What I'm usually doing is I of course have the auto update deactivated, and for example, whenever I do commuting or I have some slack time, I go to the app stores and check what's going to happen there, read through the app updates, and then try to reproduce the issues. However, there's of course more that you can do, right? So I have brought some more tips for you to improve your mobile testing skills. So you can do some further reading and learning, for example. There's some really nice mnemonics out there. So one is from Jonathan Cole, I Sliced Up Fun. For those who don't know this mnemonic, I will make sure in the video description that you find some further information on it, also the PDF, what's behind it. And this mnemonic is really something that you can keep up really easily in your brain. I Sliced Up Fun. And what's behind every character you will find in the PDF. And it's really helpful to focus on specific parts on mobile testing. There's another one, mnemonic, that I created. It's called Mobile App Testing. Even more fun, right? It's a mnemonic about mobile app testing with mobile app testing. So also make sure to follow the PDF that I put in the video description. It may help you to improve your testing activities and also gives you some new impulses on the things you can learn about mobile testing. There's some advertisement in here. For those who don't know, I'm also the author of the blog Adventures in QA. If you go on my blog and you search for mobile testing, you find lots and lots of content around the topic. Just come by, browse around, see if there's some helpful information for you. If so, leave me a comment under the video if you think there's something useful for you. I really would like to read those comments. And of course there are some more other great blogs out there. So I also put a list of, I think, 100 software testing blogs and mobile testing blogs in here, as well in the video description for you to browse and to read about mobile testing techniques, methods that you can use in order to improve your testing skills. And of course, there are online courses. If you haven't seen my video about online courses, make sure to follow the video that I put up here. And then you can get some more information about software testing techniques, not particular to mobile testing. There are some mobile testing courses involved as well, but in general, it's about learning about software testing and improving your skills. But there's more. The mobile cheat sheet. Also, if you haven't seen my video, I highly appreciate to take a look at the video. I created some years ago, and I even updated it a couple of weeks ago, the mobile testing cheat sheet. It's basically a really big mind map that I created, and it contains lots of different categories. So what you can see here, it covers sensors, mobile network, camera issues, third-party system apps, security, and there's even more. You can follow the link also in the video description to get the cheat sheet and to use it in your team space, for example. And the one thing that you can do with the mobile cheat sheet is the following. So you can create specific testing tours. So for example, you take the cheat sheet, you have it on your computer or you print it out in the office, and you have again some slack time before another meeting or before the next release and so forth. And you can create specific tours from the mobile cheat sheet. Let's say gesture tour. So you take a look at the gesture part of the mobile cheat sheet, and then you create some ideas. So you just focus on the gesture part on your app. So you open your app and you try the different gestures out there that are available on mobile devices and that also are supported by your app. So tapping, double tap, multi-tap, pinch to zoom, zoom out, rotations, all the kinds of things that you can do on a mobile device, do it. Another tour could be like a data input tour. So wherever you have an input field, you enter some data and see what's going to happen with your mobile app. Yeah, as I said, write down those test ideas and notes also for new features. So the cheat sheet might help you to already create some testing ideas out of the main mind map whenever you have, for example, a discovery phase of a new product, or you have the requirements meeting with your product manager or with the developers. Bring the cheat sheet and talk about the things that might cause issues in another app feature. What I have done in the past is also to share the cheat sheet with my team. I printed it out and put it on the wall so that people could read about it. I even did some guerrilla marketing on the cheat sheet. I printed out and put it into the coffee kitchen so that people could read about it while they're having a coffee, waiting for the coffee or for the tea. They were reading about the topic and had already some ideas in mind. And what I'm also doing usually is I'm explaining the cheat sheet to the team members. So I'm talk to some developers or product managers and explain, hey, look, there's this big mind map, and based on the mind map input we can create some new testing ideas, and we can keep things in mind whenever we're working on a new feature. So for example, security, performance, the third-party apps, gestures, mobile networks, all these kind of topics, they really create nice discussions around the features that we would like to implement, and that's helpful and make the app, I would say, a bit better in front of our customers. Let's summarize today's video. So first of all, you should disable the app, the automatic app update. If you haven't done yet, please do so after the video. Try to reproduce the issues that you might see in the release notes. It can be really helpful, and it's also fun. Fun to explore an app while you have information on things that can go wrong. It's fun, and I think it's really helpful for you to learn new parts on mobile testing. Of course, you can read more about mobile testing in books and blogs that are already shared. That's helpful. Make use of the mobile testing cheat sheet, because I think it's a really valuable source of information that you can use in your team space in order to create great discussions around the topic on mobile testing. Thanks, and that's the video for today. If you like the content, leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to not miss any upcoming videos. And I wish you a nice day. See you. Bye bye.